We are now recording. So, hello, good evening, and welcome anybody who may be out there in YouTube land watching us. This is episode 2 of our new story arc, which is called Into the Jaws of Death. And last week I recorded the entire session after sorting all the OBS layer out and pointing the screen caps in the right direction, and somehow I completely failed to actually record my own audio, which means that I've got a 2.5 hour video of everyone else talking lovely and clear, and absolutely no sound from me at all. And considering it was like the first episode of a new story arc in which I did a significant amount of talking, it has rendered the entire thing completely useless, which was a great and terrible shame. So to begin this session, I am going to give us a quick roundup of what happened before, and you can all help me if I get it wrong. So, session number 1 of Into the Jaws of Death. The scion of House Pentagon, who is known by his friends as Depthaninor Pentagon, receives a letter from his estranged brother Dumpthaninor, who says, "Come home," basically, because a dark and terrible creature took over the ancestral home of the Pentagons, which is a big mine called Mount Pentagon, where they mine aluminium, I believe. Yep. So the party all agree after settling some business in... What is that background noise, by the way? Is somebody typing really loudly?
Sorry.
Okay. So yeah, House Pentagon. The party agree to travel by coach back to the ancestral lands of House Pentagon, there to recover the kingdom of the Pentagons. They set out and found themselves in a town called Casilova, where they spent the night in an inn called the Black Dog, which was run by a chap called Gregor and his wife. And I think we gave his wife a name, but I can't actually remember what it was. And yes, in the middle of the night there were strange sounds, and the landlord's wife was trying to get everybody to swallow whole cloves of garlic with their kind of nightcap spirits, in presumably for health purposes. And some of you did, and some of you didn't. And those that didn't, she looked at somewhat suspiciously. However, I think the following day, the party decided they would go and investigate the nearby ruins. They arrived at these nearby ruins, where inside of what is a ruined temple, they found a number of ghouls, I believe.
Were they ghouls?
Yeah. Oh, well, I think they were, but I may not have told you that in the session, but I think the party would have recognised them as such, having fought ghouls before. So that is pretty much what we missed last week. There was a whole hell of a lot more to it, and it was much more detailed and with much more silly accents. But that's pretty much it. Did I miss anything of importance?
Nothing of anything major. We dropped off some things to try and get made into new items in Neverwinter, and we, at our mine that we have in Fandlin, after completing that story arc, we reinvested some of the profits we got into there to improve, to keep working on that.
That's right. Yes, you did. Well remembered. So,
We just wanted a very long journey.
So let's. I'll tell you what. Because the first session is very unlikely to be uploaded. Let's do some quick introductions. We will go across the screen from the left-hand side to right. Here I am on the left. As you see the screen, my name is John. I am the Dungeon Master for this campaign, and I have been DMing in one form or another for several years after quite a long hiatus. We used to play a lot of role-playing games at school. Rediscovered the hobby with a vengeance about 4 or 5 years ago. But that's me, and on to my right we have Kevin.
Yeah, hello there. I'm Kevin. I'm playing Char, the Fire Genasi Genie Warlock with the Pact of the Tome.
And
Keep it simple.
And Nate.
All right, I'm a painting because I'm busy stuffing my face. I'm a Dwarven cleric.
Excellent. And the scion of House Pentagon, the exiled king. And then next along we have Ryan, who is very low down in the frame. Oh, that's better. There we go. He's gone away again.
So I'm Ryan. I play Pontos, the lovable half orc with one leg, and Char has a love for my pig called Chew Bacon.
Oh, theirs is a forbidden love.
Whoa.
That's it from me.
Then next to Ryan we have Chris.
Yeah, I'm Chris. I play Rook. He's a funky rogue, very stealthy, very quiet. Likes to stay in the background, but a bit of an edgelord, I guess. But he likes to kill and steal kills. He's a kill-stealing rogue. Nearly so.
And last but by no means least, we have Michael. Hello, Michael.
Hello, everyone. I play Dwarven Colford, a Dwarven hunter who was rescued by this merry man only a few seconds ago and have just been brought into the group as a team member. So excited to be joining this part. Good to get back into D&D gaming. Thank you all for letting me join.
Oh, well, thank you for joining us. So, without further ado, let us return to the action. So, I am going to move the banner to the ruined temple at which you find yourselves. I'm going to quickly rearrange it so that it is front and center and we can see everybody. Okay, hopefully that is nicely visible. I think we can see all the players and we can see everything else. So, I have learnt a new trick which should keep the chat and the main screen on top at all times, which would be lovely. And let's open the turn order so that our viewers at home, if there are any, it would be nice if there were, wouldn't it, can see everything. Now I need to rearrange that because we hadn't started the fight yet, had we? So that should be better. And I'll get myself onto the screen. Here we go. So, what is he typing? What are you typing, Ryan?
Not really that loud.
Yeah. And you're allowed to mute yourself when you're typing.
I'm
There's
going to
no
have to mute
rule.
myself. Yeah.
Okay, right. Somehow I am actually top of the list, it looks like. Okay.
Indeed. I don't know how that happened.
I never roll that high, but...
Right, I'm going to drag Pontos onto the map. There he is. And Chew Bacon, I guess he came with you. It would be weird to leave him behind, wouldn't it? Oh goodness.
He's in the door.
His hit point... I think he can fit through the door. We need to restore his hit points, and I've no idea what they are.
Oh, he's got 2, isn't he?
How
do I... Oh, there we go. Found me. Found it. Wait, that didn't work. How do you reduce the sound in Roll20?
If you move on to... Is it the music you're hearing that you want to turn down?
Yeah.
That is not coming from Roll20. That is coming from a member of our group chat on Discord called Greenbot. If you left click on it, then you can change the volume within, and that way you can all control how loudly you hear the music.
Oh, you can turn people down. I never knew that.
Well, yeah, you can turn people up and down within the chat. So sometimes, some people
that's dangerous. You tell us, but
yeah, it's like I have Chris on like double volume because he sometimes comes out a bit quiet.
So if I suddenly shout, are you going to go deaf?
Maybe not deaf, but I might jump.
That's good to know.
shout like an angry Scotsman.
Yeah.
So 10 plus 12 is 22, plus 3 is 25, plus 3 is 28. So Chew Bacon should have 28 hit points. Let's change it so that he has 28 hit points. That is me, basically.
Yay, Chew Bacon's not nearly dead for a while.
Yeah.
Not useless.
There we go. So he has a few less hit points than you guys, but what I might do is, what level are you guys now?
We're level 8.
Okay. He's only level 3 effectively, so we'd better make him the same level as you.
Ah, here we go.
So I've meant to do this for some time. So the fact that I am doing this while we are recording the session is, obviously highly appropriate. His hit dice is a D10. So if you are level 8, it will be 10 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6. Is that right? How many sixes?
Well, 7 sixes of 42.
Alright, so it should be 42 plus 10, 52.
Jesus.
He's got lots of hit points. Okay. And then he gets 1 hit point per level because of his con bonus, and he gets 3 because he gets 3. No, he doesn't get those 3. That's doubling up. So he gets 60 hit points. Right. So from now on, Chew Bacon will have 60 hit points, and we won't have to worry about him getting the stuffing knocked out of him. So he is now a level 8 war pig with barding, etc. And
do I need to roll initiative? 'Cause I'm not actually
yes, please roll initiative. Chew Bacon can act on your order, and while you do that, I will fix all the cameras again because.
Sorry about that.
No, don't apologise. This is. Here we go. Let's get Kevin back. Here he is. With that.
Trapped in my box again.
Yeah, he's out of his box. That, and then we need to turn on Deep. Deep's in the right place. That's brilliant. Okay, that means that it does remember. So next time we do this, we won't have to do this effectively. If that makes sense.
Unless the member's missing.
Unless someone's missing, in which case we will just
portrait them.
Yeah, we'll have them as a portrait. What I need to do is, well, here we go. That only required a slight adjustment, and Michael's in the right place still. Say that again, Michael.
Next week's our last session for the year.
Did anyone else get that?
No.
Next week's our last session.
Well,
yeah, next week,
not our last session ever. Only our last session of the year. That sounds so final. So I hope we carry on for many, many moons.
We haven't even got there yet.
What to
Let alone that.
Yeah. There's lots more horror to enjoy. Yeah, I thought it was time we went a bit horror, a bit gothic. So that is about as close as I can get you to the size of the frame. Hopefully, that doesn't look too bad. Yeah, I've got you all there. Michael's a little bit big for the frame, but that's not his fault. That's my fault. I'm not saying you're too big, Michael. I'm only saying that the frame is. There we go. Right, we have got you all in there. We are... he's pushing at the edges of the frame. Right. We're all in. Give us a wave. Right. Yeah, you see. And something popped up in the chat. That is the initiative. So, we are pretty much ready to go with our battle. And many of the teething troubles we had last time we will not face this time, hopefully. Char is the first to act. What would you like to do, Mr. Char?
I'm just going to go in and see what the situation's like, see what I see. So, okay, there's a few of them in here. Right. Borin, Pontos, there's some people here that want to have some fun with you. And I'm just going to step to one side, and then I'm going to hold out my hand and give a finger pistol to the first person right in front of me. And
It's going to be the first fumble.
oh yeah, I love this positivity.
This confidence.
Yeah.
I know you've got some images saved up for kill. Oh yeah.
Oh, good start. Was that max damage?
Yeah.
I think that... Oh, are you agonizing blast again?
Not agonising. It was the Genie's Wrath. I've just added the fire damage.
Ah, so you're not agonizing then. Okay, then I haven't.
It's Eldritch. Well, it's the Eldritch Blast.
Because agonizing blast adds the charisma bonus, and you had it before, but you don't have it this time. Is that right?
Oh no, I've got it back after I got my powers back from.
Okay. Yep. So obviously I missed that one. So we need to take a bit more damage off. Your charisma bonus is 3 or 4.
I think. Open up. My charisma bonus is 4.
Okay. So that was in fact a 1-hit kill.
Hey.
Cha-ching.
Yeah. It's like. Oh well, in that case, I'll give the next guy a sort of a finger with that. Yeah.
So here's the first fumble of the fight.
I know you kill field posters. Do you have anything special for fumble?
That again, it's that needs that Eldritch Blast just needs to go to a perpetual link to my charisma.
Yeah, it will. I just changed it before, and we just need to change it back again, that's all.
Okay, no
So
worries.
I will try and do that in the break. I have taken extra damage off.
No worries. And I'll just leave there, sort of, the doorway's nice and clear going, after you boys.
Okay, as luck would have it, well, bad luck would have it, the chap you just shot with your finger pistols, or the second one, he is the one who is next going to rush in. So, here he comes, rushes forward. And he, of course, is going to attempt to scratch you with his filthy claws.
Why does it show my maximum as 73? My maximum's 59 on the health, but...
Is it?
Yeah. Oof, ouch.
So, he has managed to give you a little scratch.
That's...
This is nearly it.
Pontos, anytime you like, he wants a hug.
So, quick check here. For some reason it says your hit point maximum is 73, so...
Okay,
did it not go up when you level up to level 8?
Yeah, but on my record, I keep it 59.
Okay.
I wish it was 73.
Didn't you have a cloak or something?
No, that's you that's got that for the Constitution bonus. But okay, it's only and then yeah, took that damage. So
Okay. Oh, yeah, that was how much damage did you take? 10. Blimey.
Yeah,
so
I've sorted it.
There we go.
Yep.
Very good. Okay, so we are on to the heroic Pontos, who was missing in our last session. But here we go. What would he like to
Watch
do?
this fumble. Can I get you bacon through this hole?
I would say, well, you can pass through Boring Square because you can pass through a friendly square at half speed. I think Chewbacon might struggle to squeeze past Boring. So maybe when Borin is inside, Chewbacon will be able to pass through the 5-foot gap, but he can't pass through the gap and through Borin, shall we say?
Can he jump, Borin?
What, you want him to jump over Borin?
He's only like 3 foot tall.
Well, yeah, but the doorway is
At least
only about
4.
6 feet tall, so...
Why have I got the image of from Dirty Dancing as the pigs dance to go?
Let's see. I mean, I'm trying to think of ways that we could get Chewbacon in through Borin, but I don't think any of them come out that well for Borin. That's the thing.
How fast is he? I'll ask him if he can go around and search for another door or hole in the wall or something.
Yeah. Or we could just wait. You could just wait until there's a gap. Go on ahead.
Yeah, I'm just don't want to get flattened by a giant pig.
Well, that makes sense.
Is that all right to go from?
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
Cool.
Yeah, I think that is within your movement speed.
Yeah, easy.
And I get advantage, don't I? Because it's...
You do. The flanking bonus.
Alright, let's see what happens. We're not blessed anymore.
No.
Oh god, no, I don't want to have that. How do I delete? No.
Why do I take 8 damage?
I think you must have targeted yourself.
Bloody hell. It's been a few months, a little while.
Okay, so we'll give you your hit points back.
I don't know why we've picked them up.
What was that?
There's some lines on the...
Yep, we'll get rid of them.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, I see why. I'm not zoomed in enough.
Did the sound just cut out? I don't hear anything.
It's all gone eerily quiet as Pontos thinks how to hit people.
There we go.
That's the one. So he is pretty badly damaged. It should have shown him as bloodied. So obviously it's still a work in progress, the Flaming Great Axe. So second attack. And I've just noticed that it was not keeping up with that. That's a shame. I'm gonna... There we go. Put that on top. That should keep things a-rolling.
Go on, Pontos, hit him again. Finish him off.
I did. Oh, is that the first one?
The first one was on you, because...
Oh, okay, that's fair. I didn't have to it'd been moved over.
Oh, sorry, I didn't even think of that. That would have been
That's
much more
you.
sensible, wouldn't it? Sorry, stupid boy. Okay, he's dead.
Huzzah!
Huzzah!
So,
See, I told you wanted a hug.
So, anything else from Pontos?
No, I think that's it.
Very
To
good.
be honest.
Okay, the other ghouls look at you. They drop the bones that they're chewing on and think it may be time to come and greet you personally. This one here runs along beside a couple of pillars so that he can jump in beside you. And then he is going to try and rake you with his claws. He fails. And then we are on to our sneaky rogue chap.
okay. I'm gonna sidestep into the room so I can see what's happening. And I'm gonna use my bow to... But before I use my bow, can I hide behind a pillar? Or in this corner?
Well, you can certainly try. So let's have a stealth roll. So you're kind of trying to disappear in plain sight here, but
I'm quite stealthy. At times.
26. Okay, difficult to argue with that. So,
Cool.
so you are hidden.
Cool. Now I'm going to use my longbow on this chap.
Who's that? This one here? Ping.
Yes. Wait, no. Plus one. No. And I get sneak attack.
You can have advantage because you are hidden, and you can have sneak attack because you have advantage.
Boom, 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 boom.
Cha-ching. Okay, the ghoul is bloodied. But he still lives.
Ah, everyone else is one killing. Alright, I'll deviate that then.
Oh wait, do I finally get to do something? I get a kill. Yeah!
Can you get
can
all the way
try.
up there?
I'm not throwing axes.
You can't steal one of my kills. That's unheard of.
Watch him.
Oh, this is going to be sweet, sweet payback. Okay, yeah, so 1, 2, 5, 10, 15, 20. Actually, I'm going to go around the corpse. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I've got an extra 5 feet. I'll just go there, and then it will be hand axing. Not in cover. I'm not blessed. Thrown, yes. Oh god, I can't remember if I've popped up my hand axes.
Indeed. So. Dun, dun, dun.
Damn, you killed him.
Oh, I can't believe you stole my kill.
You killed someone.
Shocking.
Who would do such a thing?
Well, so far the only person that hasn't.
I gotta say, for those of you who have been watching, this guy has been stealing my kills like for the best part of like 6 sessions every time.
Oh.
Then I'm gonna just pop on something. I mean, really, I'm gonna need anything.
You're feeding everyone out.
No, I nearly didn't select throw. And axe. Whilst I'm doing this, do they look like they were members of the clergy or
The ghouls?
anything like this?
Oh,
Yeah.
very difficult to say. They no longer look in the least bit human and are only dressed in rags. So.
What about the skeletons? Are they pure skeletons or?
These skeletons on the floor appear to be extremely aged dead, who have been gnawed to within an inch of their former lives.
Okay. Release
Tell
the
you
ghouls.
I'm just going to bonus action Ring of Ram. You know, just, what the hell? I'm going to probably get it back. I did say what you started.
What are you going to do, Michael? Sorry?
Ring of Ram.
Oh, okay. So the Ring of Ram is a magical item. What was this? 2d10 damage per charge on a hit?
Just the 1d10. Just the 1d10.
Oh, really?
1d10 damage per charge.
Oh, I thought it was 2.
No, that's because I used 2 charges.
Okay.
I've used the wrong thing. It's roll.
For each charge, it's 2d10, and it's an action to do. Oh, sorry, I just looked it up.
Oh, I can't use it as a bonus action.
No, it's an action, and it's 2d10 per point charge.
Oh, okay, that's a change. Then yeah, I've got nothing else.
Okay. So on to the next ghoul. So he is clearly after some ghoulish vengeance. He rushes in, reaching out with his long arms, black pointed fingernails, and tries to rake them across your face.
This ain't gonna work for them.
No, he fails miserably. Borin is too well armoured. You do hear the horrendous sound of his long pointed fingernails scratching across your iron armour, which is most unpleasant to anyone in earshot. However, he does not hurt you. This one here is already dead, so he doesn't get a go. Same for this one, which means that we are on to Deep.
Okay.
We might as well look around. I've got this.
All right. I'm going to come in, say, "Be gone!" Aha!
Oof.
Well done. Another
Good.
one hit kill.
22, nice.
Wow.
That's almost
Wow.
as good as you can do, isn't it? Let's make
Double
sure.
11.
Hang on, necrotic damage. Ghouls take. I mean, aren't ghouls undead and therefore shouldn't take full necrotic damage?
Well, you would think so, wouldn't you? However,
I don't think they have the resistance in the mechanics.
no, not in
That's good.
not in
It's silly,
5e.
they're living things.
It'd be nice, wouldn't it? But sadly not. Okay. Anything else from Deep?
I didn't realize there's one alive. Damn it. Nah, I'm good.
Excellent.
Might as well have a look around.
On to Char.
Okay, so I'll just make my way around this pillar and go. Do you need a help here? And I'm just going to. Where are you? Can't find the. There it is. I'm just going to reach out and try and grab this guy right across his shoulder blades, and you see a nice. Acrid sort of smell as arcane energy courses across him. I need advantage. Just do that one again. And all these lovely bits you have to click. And advantage. And we'll give it the Julie's Wrath. Just to really burn him.
Very good. So the Pontos sees the ghoul in front of him start to vibrate and his teeth chatter, sparks fly off him. Somehow he maintains his grip on his unlife, but I'm sure that will not last for long, not with Pontos on the case. Let's move on to him now.
Oh, right. Let's do what Char can do.
I could have sat there and just blasted him. I thought I'll just give Pontos some advantage and make the ghoul do the wiggly dance before he falls like that.
There we go. That was easy. Right, where do I need to? Oh, is that it? That's it.
Yep, you have finished them all
There
off.
are other rooms.
I'm gonna move Chewbacca.
There is down here.
Right,
Yeah.
and
Carrick, weren't you going to kill anything in here?
to be honest, these guys, I don't feel like it. To be honest, yeah, I've ridden on dragons and killed dragons. Ghouls just don't do it for me anymore.
Well, I guess you got a point there, but it'd be nice to try and help out Borin and Pontos. They struggle at times.
That is true. And to be honest, you didn't injure yourself in this round, this fight either. So that's a good thing.
Well, I did a little bit. One of them managed to jump me before Pontos could shield me.
Yo, this is a bit strangest place. Sir, King Deep.
I don't know if we're out of combat, but I am going to run up to this coffin and slam it with my giant axe, just in case.
Okay, can you give me... I tell you what, let's call it an athletics roll. See, well, roll a
I am using my full on.
Well, roll a d20 and add your usual combat modifier. It's just you won't be able to use the... you can just roll the attack off your character sheet. The reason being that there is not anything there for you to target with the power card, so you'll just have to use the normal attack.
I think I'm at 4 at the moment. Oh yeah, nat 20.
Okay, I mean you smash your axe down onto the oak coffin lid. You sunder it in two, sending broken planks of wood in various directions. So the lid is smashed to bits. The person inside it, who is even now sitting up, is unharmed.
Oh, damn it.
And
Damn.
you look behind you.
Second attack. Second.
Moving forward, let's not desecrate the graves of the dead any further than necessary.
Yeah, Boring, you kind of upset people here. You could have just knocked nicely or just left them to sleep.
Yes, in fact, one of the creatures rising from the tomb with glowing red eyes says, "It's polite to knock."
I did knock. I knocked with my hammer, with my axe. Do I get surprise on them? Because,
I think
boom.
you're more surprised than they were, given...
I thought there was something in it. That's why I attacked it. I automatically assumed there was going to be something in it, which is why I went axe swinging.
But they, I don't know, they are not surprised.
So just get a second attack against it, then?
You would get a second attack if you were in combat. That was just you interacting with the coffin. Because if you'd been attacking a target, you would have been able to split your action in two in the form of 2 axe attacks. But there was no target there. You were just interfering with someone's coffin. Said the sneaky DM.
I would have...
I'm sure there's a word for interfering with the undead.
Oh, well, I at least get to attack first.
Well, yes, you will definitely be the first person.
Is this new initiative?
At the moment? Yeah, this is a new initiative. I've emptied the last one, so we'll have to start a fresh one.
Oh, more stuff to kill.
Indeed, almost as if the other creatures there were just a warm up. So we have Borin, Char, Deep, Rook. Who am I missing?
Pontos.
Pontos, that's it. So let's get Pontos in there. And then we shall be ready for action.
Sorry. Yeah.
Oh, right
6.
at the bottom.
Huzzah, a 6. As I was.
So
yeah, but you're just bringing up the rear.
Proposition or?
We'll just say yes and leave it at that.
Okay, so I'm going to describe these people to you. They look like two dead people, for want of a better word. They have pale, sallow skin and glowing red eyes. They smell really bad. They smell like they have been dead for some time. But something is a bit off. It's almost as if you can hear the sound of cogs turning as they move, as if their limbs ratchet slightly. And also, you notice that they have a little line down by their jaw, almost like the moving jaw of a like a ventriloquist dummy or something like that. As they get up,
What, are they going to start singing "It's a Small World" after all?
their mouths open, and you notice that their eye teeth, their fangs, are actually made of gleaming metal. So the one who was recently divested of their resting place by Borin immediately reaches out with long arms in an attempt to grab a hold of him. So I thought I had some power cards for these. Apparently not. So this is going to be... oh, I didn't put them in. That's very silly of me. Never
Well, at
mind.
least that way it doesn't come up on the power card what we're facing.
Well, there is that.
Yeah.
So, now, we are going to have a melee attack. Which is a fumble. So that was a really good start.
We had a fumble and it wasn't Char.
Yeah, I know. It's what the hell. So I'm going to roll on the fumble table.
I only rolled fumbles at the start because Char wasn't used to this particular plane. He's kind of got more acclimatized now. It only happens on rare occasions.
This is true.
Okay.
This fumble chart result is costly mistake. Your target may re-roll all 1s and 2s on their damage rolls for their next successful melee attack against you. So when Borin comes to fight back, should he roll any 1s and 2s in his damage, then he may re-roll them. However, by virtue of the power of multi-attack, a second attack is inbound. And that is an 8. So I just rolled a 1 and a 2. So I think it's probably fair to say that Borin is safe.
Yeah.
Still.
Yeah.
Okay. Obviously, you surprised them more than you initially thought by smashing up their coffin. Borin, onto you.
Well, I do apologise, my lady. I'll knock again, raise my ring of ram, and like go to Decker in the face, and the ring activates right in the face, point blank range. I'm going to use 3 charges on it.
Wow. Okay. So D20 plus 5. I don't know if we ever gave you a power card attack for that.
7.
So
It's +7.
plus 7. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
15. Is that
15?
enough? That is. Okay. They are
16.
sent flying back, aren't they?
Yeah, it's sent back 15 feet and takes 6d10.
Okay, so roll 6d10 for me. I will move them back as far as they can go, which is this wall here. So
Is it d10? Yeah, or was it d20?
D10.
No, it's d10. D10.
yeah, 6d10s.
Yeah, 60-20 would be a tad excessive.
Right. You need to put forward/R and then 6d10 without a space in it, but with a space after the R.
Uh, 5d10 now. Okay, so
that previous one didn't actually roll a d10. It just posted a 6 because you wrote 6. And you can re-roll the 1 as well. So
is that a melee attack though?
You did smash her with your hand, I guess.
It could be a melee
comes
attack.
from the ring.
I will allow it.
I'll take it. 16.
Okay. Oof.
So,
okay, that's quite good. So we
So
have
42.
Yes.
42.
Yeah.
And I'm going to action surge. So I'm going to have another turn. Go right up to her and attack her twice with my great axe. That's my action surge today.
And the ring of
That's
ram.
1.
So there we go. So,
And second great axe attack.
ouch. She didn't like that much.
So, would you like me to knock again?
How much damage was that in total? That's quite a bit.
That was 63 points of damage in one round.
Wow.
Come on, lad.
She's all right though. She's fine. No,
I'll see if I can finish her off for you.
She was definitely taken by surprise. Okay, so I'm assuming that's probably it for Borin. So I am going to move on to Char.
4 cups are there. Just see the situation though. Borin, you've got to learn to be a little bit more delicate. And I just take a long draw of my cigar, and then I'm just going to give it a couple of finger guns. The first one with my Genie's Wrath to hopefully add some extra fire damage to that, because I don't want these things to be around too long, because after that display, they're quite tough.
Yeah, that'll be easy.
Ouch!
Crit, and only did 13. There's an and there should be an extra 4 from my
Quite right.
charisma bonus. Yeah.
Okay, so I just need to check to make sure that I know exactly what happens here.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
He's checking things. He's reading rules. Don't like this.
Yeah, it sounds like these might be enhanced with metal or something. I don't know. Are there aluminium vampires in one of the books?
Oh,
So
maybe there may be now. You never know. So you
do not need those.
the vampire creature appears to fall down dead. Can you give me a perception roll, please, Borin?
Me? Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Initiative skills. Here we go. Perception. Performance, persuade AMR. I think we might need a bit of bless here. Deep.
Okay, not bad. So, Borin, who is standing the closest, continues to hear the faint whirring of machinery. Char still has another Eldritch Blast if he wants it, I think.
Yeah. Well, as far as I'm concerned, that one has dropped. So I'm just going to go to there and give another Eldritch Blast to the other one.
Okay, I'm going to give them half cover because this is an altar, and they are standing on the other side of it.
That's fine. So I will respect my almighty DM, for he is God. He's told me himself.
Yeah, I'm assuming this is raised.
A little bit, but there is still a fairly solid thing in the way. So 24, still a hit. 7 points of force damage.
Well,
Should
11.
in fact be 11, so we take off an extra 4 points. There we go.
Still got a big ways to go.
Yes, well, don't worry, Borin. I've got you covered.
So on
Cheers, y'all.
to Deep. Assuming that Char is finished. Apologies if I jumped the gun.
No, that is all good. I'm quite happily hiding behind this pillar.
Okay. I'm gonna say, I condemn thee to hell!
Oh my...
Or not. And then I'll duck around here. Oh, and I can also do this, so I will go ahead and...
The mighty mayonnaise is with us again.
And that is it.
Do you want to explain what that is? Very quickly.
Yeah, I don't even know what it is. I've seen this thing around like 6 times now. Why Heinz mayonnaise?
It's my spiritual weapon. I think it represents who Deep is as a dwarf. To have a tub of mayonnaise represent him and his god, because mayonnaise is life.
Mayonnaise is life.
just like King of a Dwarven realm has a mayonnaise as a spirit animal.
Why not?
Fair point. Hang on, do you even have Heinz in America?
That's Hellman's, not Heinz. Although
Is it Hellman's? Or
yeah. Heinz do make mayonnaise, but this is Hellman's.
Do they even have Hellman's in it?
I think it's probably Kraft mayonnaise on the other side, isn't it? I don't know. No idea. I will not speculate. Right, Rook, you're up.
Cool. I'm going to run up beside Deep, maybe around about here. Use my cunning action to hide. Then I'm going to take a shot at this vampire.
Okay, let's have your stealth roll.
Second. Dun, dun, dun. I'm quite stealthy.
Yeah. Somehow you managed to hide yourself from somebody who's less than 30 feet away from you. So take your shot.
Sweet. No. Plus one. No.
From where you are, you have a clear shot without any cover. So.
Bum, 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 bum. Sweet.
Oh my god. Okay.
I quite like my sneak attack. Wow.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely quite a punishing shot. The arrow bites Deep, and she shrieks, but there is an odd distorted sound to the cry. On to our boy Pontos, unless you would like to do anything else.
Actually, while I'm here, I'm going to lay my hand on Deep. Don't take this the wrong way, Deep. But I'm going to cast a spell called, I'm going to try to, Enhance Ability. Let me put it in the chat.
It's an action.
Oh, so can I do it? Alright, maybe next time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, I'm done then.
Cool. Okay, Pontos, do your thing.
Right. Can I get that? Don't know if I can get that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You can get to like there.
How many thrown weapons have you got?
All of them, I think. Like 2 or 3.
Oh, you can have some hand axe. Pick up my hand axe
that's
along
true.
the way.
Maybe I'll go here. Can I grab his hand axe and embed it into the head?
I mean, you can pick it up and you can throw it in the same round. Yes, because you have the option to interact with an object. So you may throw it.
These are pretty notorious for missing. Oh my god, actually. No.
Not bad.
It's alright.
No, you didn't miss.
Right, I'm going to throw my hand axe then. See if I can hit with this one. If not, there's no special thing about your axe. Oh, think that's
Mine
it.
did a little bit more damage.
Yours did a little bit. Actually, I'm going to move you bacon up. Yes, yours did a little bit.
Okay, so we need to drop some axes. There we go. There's one. There's another one. So, you guys do a lot of damage. So that one is down and can't really do anything at the moment.
Oh, I thought that was the one that went first, but yeah.
So,
I thought 20. The one I hit and throwed into the wall next to it was the 22, and the one behind next to the mayonnaise was 6.
you would have no way of knowing that.
Oh, okay.
So, but actually you may be right, because I've just realised that the one you pushed against the wall was the first one to do something. So, okay. Yes, you would have a way of knowing that. You just wouldn't be able to tell by looking at them. So, okay, that I fucked up there. Excuse me, French.
They're both next anyway, so it's.
But they're both next anyway, so actually it doesn't really matter. Right, so I'm going to move on to this one, which I actually activated them in the wrong order. Who shall I try to murder horribly? I think it's got to be Pontos. He's definitely the closest. Hold on. The monsters know what they're doing. You know that. The monsters know what they're doing. Is there a way? Is there a way? Is there a way? 1, 2.
This sounds ominous.
Oh, I'm trying to do something, and I don't think it's going to work.
Attack of opportunity.
I'm trying to see if I can actually get to anyone without an attack of opportunity, and I don't know if I can. That's a terrible shame. Never mind. I think I'll... That would be 2 attacks of opportunity. I'm not going to take that. So, rushing towards Pontos, this clockwork vampiric creature reaches out with their arms. 16. That's no good. They're going to try again.
Good. There we go.
They're certainly going to try again, though.
Honestly, I don't know what this was about. Has any of us actually been hurt? We got warned away from this place.
Well, the locals aren't as proficient as what we are proving to be today.
I'll turn around to Deep and say, man, your homeland stinks. I much prefer it in the city of Brants. It's dead creatures all over
there.
it.
Definitely warmer there. So, she failed to put a hand on Pontos. And so we're on to Borin.
Okay. Does this thing look like it's about to get up? I mean, you're saying it's still making sound.
Yes, you can hear a sound. You know when you have a little clockwork toy that kind of walks along and they make that little sort of noise. It's ever so slightly like that, but with a slight undertone of clock.
The temptation is to decapitate it just to make sure it's actually dead and doesn't get back up. No, but this is going to sound so much cooler. So, using my boots of leaping onto the raised area with the coffin, and like something out of you know that scene in 300 where the Spartan jumps and for the guy who whips and then slams his sword down. I'm kind of doing that into the back of this thing's head. So,
okay, I will most definitely have a
Boring Colford.
This will either be acrobatics or athletics. You will most definitely need to hit with your attack, and I will have an athletics check as well. So you have to succeed on both, otherwise neither will
I
work.
get advantage because I'm attacking from behind.
No, they are not resisting you in terms of being on their feet and dodging. The acrobatics. The acrobatics is to make sure that you actually leap in the right direction and land in the right place. The attack is for you to actually hit the part of the body you're aiming for. So, but yeah, I'm not giving you advantage from this distance. You did hit them though. But where's the acrobatics?
Okay, so I'm just doing that one now. Acrobatics. I've just completed.
Blimey, okay. Blimey, Charlie. Okay.
I'm definitely MVP of the game of the session today.
What are you on about?
I was going to say, don't speak too soon. It's not even 10 o'clock yet.
Eldritch Blast, one shot. Eldritch Blast, that chick that you were fighting dead. What was your problem?
So-
What was the most amount of damage you did in one turn?
You were struggling with her. I shot her once and she fell. What was your problem?
I didn't struggle with her at all. I
You
literally punched her into the wall.
You hit her and
hacked
hit her and hit her, and she was still on her feet. I shoot her once and she drops.
I slammed her into the wall.
Yeah, and she
I
was.
wasn't having trouble. And literally all she did was try and scratch me, and it bounced off me. No.
So, John,
Yep.
Perform an autopsy on this thing. Just get out Hugh, cut the torso open, try to figure out
Excuse
what's
me.
ticking.
Okay.
I'd like to just pick up my hand axes, 1 and 2.
Yep. I think one of those is actually Pontos's, but that's fine.
Oh,
Yes,
sorry,
you can
yeah,
pick them
I
up.
will.
Okay,
yeah.
yes, the fight's
I'll-
over for now, isn't it? So
I'll hand Santos back his hand axe whilst I pick up the 2.
Tar, my love.
so
Nothing will be good at warm up. Start the day.
so
Yeah.
Pontos doesn't have arrows, so that ammo gathering
So that's
button.
for, okay.
The ammo gathering button is not for axes. That is for arrows. But you have to have shot more. You get 50 of them, 50% of your ammunition back, half your ammo back. So if you only take one shot, you don't get it back.
Oh.
So at least that is the way it is coded, and
No worries. That's
that
fine.
works for me. Okay, so Deep begins to attempt to do an autopsy on this body. So, an autopsy, I think, would probably require some sort of medicine check. Otherwise, you're just dissecting with an axe, really, I suppose.
Okay. Alright.
I'm trying to recover my hand axes, but it's not opening up my character.
Say that again?
I'm trying to pick up my hand axes, but it's not letting me open my character sheet.
Oh.
So I can put it back in.
Allow me. You may have minimized it somewhere.
That is a very fair point. Where could I put it? Nope.
Oh well, I have put your axes back where they belong.
Thank you.
So you pick up your weapons, or those weapons that can be picked up, and Deep begins a minute medical examination of this corpse. It is cold to the touch, and considering that it is what appears to be a relatively fresh corpse to the casual observer, even so, it contains very little blood, doesn't seem to be very wet, and in place of certain organs, there is what appears to be clockwork machinery, which is still running.
Huh.
You can attempt to identify the metal, if you like.
God, I hope these
Yeah.
things have bombs.
I have a feeling it's aluminum, but what do you want me to roll?
Oh, let's see. I'll take. How does stone cunning work? Let's see. Oh, that's not really. That's history, isn't it? Okay. I will take an investigation roll. I think that is something you're proficient in. Okay, that was not a great result. So, it kind of you're thinking, I recognise this. In fact, considering that it is literally the livelihood of your people, forget I even asked for a roll. I'm just going to tell you, this is most definitely aluminium, and more than that, you even recognise it as being from your own mine. It has been minutely worked into these parts, and they are complex on a level that you have probably never seen before. This reminds you of the handiwork of gnomes in its complexity and its it is amazing to behold. It is machinery running on its own, apparently.
Okay. Huh. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna leave the flesh behind, but cut out all the mechanical parts from both of them, and put them in a separate sack and carry that with me.
Okay. Somewhat unnervingly, even removed from the bodies, these mechanical parts continue to move.
I'm rather impressed these things have managed to trick ghouls to protect them. Are the ghouls robotic?
The ghouls were not robotic. The ghouls were similar to the other ghouls that you have met before.
Can anyone cast detect magic to see? I mean, ghouls aren't stupid. Are they stupid enough to protect vampires that aren't real vampires? Anyone know?
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'll ritual cast detect magic.
Okay. Now, let me make sure that I tell you no lies.
Like, I'm poking mine with the handle of my axe while playing all of this.
You're just poking the meat.
Yeah, Borin, didn't you learn from a few minutes ago? Just
Gutted one. This isn't going to do anything.
you went in blindly, just smashing things out of wanton destruction, and those things came out. We could have avoided them, or spoken to them. We could have got information. I'm assuming, Deep, that this isn't normal for around here.
No, not at all. I mean, obviously, when my family lived here, we didn't have vampires and ghouls roaming freely. But even more so, the gnomes worked on flying contraptions and honestly, mostly toys and a couple tactical things like featherweight plate mail. But I've never seen a creature machine hybrid like this. Frankly, it's terrifying.
I'm checking inside the coffin now. Is there anything in there that indicates, like, is it well oiled? Is it full of dust? Does it make any appearance that it's been recently opened?
I'll have an investigation, please.
Oh, and while he pulls that up, John, did detect magic show anything?
It did. You most certainly detect magic. You you detect magic within the machine parts that you have removed from these creatures.
So it's like
I
magical chem.
I am struggling with the schools of magic because I can never remember what they all are. There's like 8 or 9 of them, aren't there? And I can't remember which is which. So I will come back to you with the school of magic. But needless to say, that this is magical machinery. So yeah, it is very advanced, but also quite dark and grotesque. The corpses appear to be normal human corpses now. In fact, when you removed all the strange technology from them, all of their vampiric traits appear to have come from the machinery that's been installed in them.
So it's so it's not like fake skin, like first form of Terminator. It's actual. Someone has skinned the human and put it around this bit.
Well, it's not like a Terminator. It was the corpse of a human that had been augmented with this strange magical technology.
Okay. I got
Shall we-
Char, I know you come from a dangerous place. What do you think about carrying around this machinery? Should we smash it or should we study it?
I'm always a firm believer of information is power, whether it be a book or knowing your enemies. At least one of these, I think we need to keep for study.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
you could always let Pontos and Boren have fun with the other.
yeah, I guess I'll do that. I'll say whack it till it doesn't move anymore. Don't.
Sorry, did my investigation of the coffins reveal anything?
So this is an oak coffin. It is. It looks like it. It's not been buried in the ground. It is not. It's not rotted like it would have been if it had been buried underground. It is quite old though. It has some dust in it. It also has lots of splinters in it, as if someone smashed the lid with a big axe.
I'm always cautious,
Cool.
particularly if coffins got surrounded by ghouls. I intended to get a first strike in, not have a chat with the vampire within.
So while these guys are doing whatever they are doing to these vampire machine corpses, which I don't want to look because it sounds nasty. Is this a door here by any chance?
Oh, now that's a good question. It is in fact a door.
Okay, can I hear anything from the other side of the door?
Give me a perception roll. In fact, yes, give me a perception roll.
Okay, give me a second.
6. Okay. You
My passive perception is 12.
12. Okay. You listen carefully at the door. But it is a thick oak door, and you can't hear anything on the other side of it.
I'm going to try and open the door.
The door opens. This door is in quite a good state of repair, despite the fact that this temple is largely ruined. There's parts of fallen ceiling, pillars. It is obviously abandoned. Despite that fact, some of the doorways are in good order. This is one of them, but it leads into a partly ruined room in which the outer wall has fallen.
going to just wander in and have a little stealthily, quietly have a little look around.
If you are going stealthily, I will have a stealth roll, please.
No.
No, don't go too far, Carrick. We don't want to get
Fontus, would you like to
separated.
join me down this corridor?
Oh shit!
That's the worst stealth roll I can have. Very much.
It was
Wow,
it was a brave attempt. So you
critical fail.
you step over the doorstep, but you somehow in your eagerness you manage to kind of, I don't know, you bang the door, you bang your funny bone on the jamb of the door, and you kind of come out a bit
Ow!
and it kind of takes the edge off your stealthful movement. You are not the quietest you might have been. However, technically, you can't fumble a skill roll. Either way, there doesn't appear to be anybody outside waiting for you. So, I will describe what you see. What you see is a raised hexagonal piece of ground, which presumably there was some kind of doorway here, but there no longer is. In the middle of it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's octagonal, not hexagonal. I do apologise. You see a moon dial, or it might be a sundial, but it's night, so it's a moon dial.
I'm going to go and investigate this moon dial. Is there any precious stones or anything unusual that I can see about this moon dial?
Oh, you can give me an investigation for that one, mister.
Oh, sure it's not stealth.
Well, if it was stealth, you've already blown that one.
Yeah, this is going to be worse.
Carrick, where are you going?
Pontos, come join me. We have other doors to explore, and potentially other monsters to kill.
Where am I?
So this dial here does not speak to you. You spend some time fiddling with it. It has moving parts, which you appear to be able to set. So there are. It reminds you slightly of something you once saw, which was it has like a set of. It has a moon that moves and a sun that moves kind of on a ring, and it does appear to have like a pointy right angle triangle part in the middle, which would perform the role of a sundial. But yeah, the parts move. You're not really sure what they're doing.
Carrick, what have you found?
So before we carry on with that, I'm going to move back to the indoor party, see if they discover anything of note.
Shall I open these doors?
Well,
Yeah,
Do it.
do it.
yeah.
Nothing in
What's
this
the worst
one.
that's going to happen?
You find
Just a storeroom.
Yeah, this is a storeroom. There are a number of barrels inside. They are inches covered in dust. Off the top, from your initial investigations, your initial impressions, these are probably water butts of some sort or beer barrels. The box, difficult to say. This is a bedroom. It has clearly not been slept in for a long time, as everything is covered in dust. And there are holes in the roof through which the moon shines. But might once have been a reasonably comfortable cell.
I guess, can I give it a search?
Yeah, have a look inside. Give us a roll for investigation. See if you find anything of interest. Yeah. You find
Pontos, you get everything.
under the bed. You find what appears to be a pornographic woodcut.
Bad vicar, bad vicar.
Is that like similar to the woodcut from Men in Tights with the blind helper when the castle gets put away and he's sitting there with that wood carving?
You know, I've never actually seen Men in Tights.
All right. Okay.
Oh,
Toss that to Pontos. This seems like something you'd enjoy.
I'll stash it in my loincloth for later, if I can.
Yeah, it's kind of like a little,
Yeah.
a little portrait-sized woodcut of a. I'm not going to describe the scene. It would be, it would probably be illegal.
like a flower.
This appears to be a small office room or something like that. It has a little desk in it, which is all but rotted away.
Huh.
Leave the last ones for Pontus to try.
Oh, that's true.
Yogi. Which one is this one, is it?
Yep.
We have a door button. Oh, it's anticlimactic.
It appears to be another little office with what would once have been a little desk.
Can I search the desk?
You can have a look. Yeah, give us an investigation roll. See if you come across anything exciting.
Is there a quick way of doing it, or do I just have to open my character sheet every time?
You can use number 7, token action number 7, which is for skill rolls. So you should be able to trigger that from your token.
Thank you. Ooh.
Not too bad. Okay. You find just on the floor behind the desk an old sock. It's like a
Wow.
knee. It's like a long old knee sock, heavy knitted sock. You kind of pick it up, and there's a bit of weight to it, as if something's been stuffed down inside the toe.
Oh god. Can I see what's in the sock, and if it's good, seeing as I only have one leg, put my sock on?
Okay. So, let me see. I'm going to push the treasure button for this one.
Oh dear lord.
Did it work? What happened? Okay. Oh, what CR should we have for this?
Hey.
Ding. So, you find a stash of 15 silver pieces in the sock, and after shaking the dust off, you put the sock on, and it's very warm.
Okay, I hate to say this, but I think the vicar's been pilfering from the poor box, which has reminded me there should be a poor box around here. I don't think anyone's going to be getting that anytime soon, so there should be a box of money somewhere.
Oh, well, where would it be?
Anything in my storeroom?
Let's see. Where's your storeroom? Well, give me an investigation to see if you find anything of interest within.
At the moment, I am rebooting because I lost internet for a second. I did disappear for a bit. Someone else roll for me?
A sock full of silver pieces in this kind of realm could be quite a useful weapon versus certain undead.
This is true.
Oh, that's true.
So here is an investigation for Borin when it pops up.
I'm on load, damn it.
19, not bad at all. So he
Oh,
leaves
my day of
no
roll.
stone unturned. So you pull the lids off the barrels. They used to contain liquids of some kind, but they are now completely dried up, filled only with dust. The box, however, you lever off the lid of the box. Inside are mouldering papers, but in the bottom there is a small hinged wooden box which has an inlaid silver sigil on it, which appears to be like a stylized coin, but half covered as if by a coin slot.
So I've got the money box. Can I open it?
You can?
I open it.
Okay, so I'm going to roll the thing. Okay, inside 20 copper pieces. Wealth beyond measure.
I'll tell you what, next poor guy I get can keep this. No point in me having it.
Feeling like there's no clues here. So why don't you cut back to the boys in the yard?
Okay.
So you were going to say that box was a mimic when you opened it, but that was just me.
I thought we got one left open. I thought, hang on, we got the bedroom, the storeroom, the desk. There's a fourth one, isn't there?
Well, there's
We
one here.
open for.
There's one here. There's one here. And there's one here.
Yeah, so there's a four. Oh, okay. I thought we had already opened. Okay. I missed that. Sorry. Yeah, go back to your little room.
Oh, back to the moon dial. The moon dial. Okay. In the meantime, I tell you what, we are approaching that most momentous time of night, where we take a little break for comfort purposes. So, I am going to do that thing.
Intermission time.
Intermission. So I need to.
Let's all go to their lobby. Let's all go to their lobby.
I'm going to push the button. Here we go. The intermission screen.
John, if I turn my camera off, is it going to mess up your setup?
No, I just let. Yeah, so to
Okay.
give an example, I just accidentally got booted out and had to come back in. Didn't make a change to it at all.
Oh.
And here we are. We are back in the room, and everyone's in the right boxes too. Hooray! So,
Yay.
I'm looking forward to hitting the play button a bit later on and actually hearing all the voices. I hope. If it doesn't work, I shall give up and never try to record anything ever again. But hopefully it will all work this time. You know what we're gonna have this time? We're gonna have the sound of typing.
Sorry if you could hear that all throughout the last half.
Oh.
I generally thought I was on mute.
There were a few moments where I was like, oh, that's quite noisy. He's typing furiously,
ferociously,
with real anger.
Oh, but those were definitely cherry switches, weren't they?
No, this is just a standard keyboard, if I'm honest.
Wow. Okay, it sounded like you had
tactile keys or something.
Yeah, because they were quite clicky.
Yeah, it's not a bad little key, but it's a Razer something. I don't know, it glows green.
Oh,
Deathstalker. It's a Razer Deathstalker.
Oh, they must be cherry switches then, or at least Razer's version of cherry switches.
Yeah, it might be.
I went nuts and bought the Corsair one, which apparently each key is detected by a laser, and that is ridiculously
expensive.
Well, one, it was quite expensive, and two, it is a level of technology that somebody who uses it for what I use it for does not need. However, I was kind of treating myself. It was my first new computer in nearly 10 years, and I waited for it for so long that I ended up throwing more money at the setup than I needed to, because while I was waiting for my graphics card to turn up, I waited nearly half a year, didn't I? God.
Really? We hadn't heard about this?
Yeah,
Is this
yeah,
no-
yeah. I
Oh,
was
right.
going to say, for our viewers at home,
Have they
I
mentioned
waited.
that
I
at
waited
all?
6 months for my new computer, and I complained about it a lot. And then I had to send it back because there was a problem with it. And when they returned it to me unfixed, the courier smashed it to pieces, and that was a whole level of pain and lots of shouting at people on the phone and writing angry emails. But yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna stop talking about the horrors of my that
Postal service.
that eventually led to my excellent PC setup. So Char and Kararuk are standing over a large and unusual sun/moon dial. It appears to have some moving parts which can be pushed to align in different ways. It is difficult to say what it might be for.
Is there any writing on it?
Oh, well, the plinth. I don't know. It sort of has a column which connects it to the ground, and that does appear to have some kind of carving upon it.
Okay. Can I use my comprehend languages to try and work out what it says?
Ooh. Yeah, drop that spell in the chat so we can see what it does. Okay. You understand the literal meaning of any spoken language you hear. You also understand any written language that you see, but you must be touching the surface on which the words are written. It takes about 1 minute to read 1 page of text. The spell doesn't decode secret messages in a text or glyph, such as an arcane sigil that isn't part of a written language. Succinct, but very, very thorough. So, can you, if you intend to use that spell, can you please push the button? Because that is the description, and we want to deduct your spell slot. Bum, bum, bum.
Push the button.
There we go. So 4 spell slots remaining. Now, tell me what you do. What do you do to divine the meaning of this text?
I put my hand on the plinth and I use my fingers and I follow the sort of indentation in the stonework and try and work out what it is. And I'm saying, give me a second, Char, I'll tell you exactly what I'm trying to do here.
Okay, Borin and Char see Kararuk reach out to touch the glyphs carved into the stone. The tips of his fingers follow them, and as he does so, it's almost as if his eyes roll back into his head, and you only see the whites of his eyes, as if the magic spell is trying to transfer the sensory focus to his fingertips. You feel coming into your mind through your fingertips the echoes of words, but it appears that this is, in fact, some kind of coded representation, in the same way that the Orcish language is written in Dwarven runes, which mean different things in the Dwarf language. This appears to be, it's either complete, absolute nonsense gibberish, or it is some kind of symbolic or coded thing.
So I'll turn around and say, sorry guys, this is some secret code that I can't make head nor tail of.
They seem to be oddly florid descriptions of things.
Did you say it was Dwarven?
Well, I was speaking hypothetically.
Metaphorically.
It is. Does it tell you what language it is, or does it just tell you what it means? I don't think it will tell you what the language is. So, so this is.
No, I meant the stone.
But this is some kind of runic alphabet that Kararuk does not. It is a language that Kararuk does not speak, and it appears to be some kind of unusual interpretation of it. One ring going around appears to represent. I tell you what, I'm gonna. It does not make sense in terms of if you read it downwards or around and then around and then around. It does not form a coherent narrative, but it does seem to. The top ring talks about one says bright, one says dim, and one says dark, and then below that there is something which seems to describe different weather conditions, and below that seems to be the bottom one seems to be more mysterious, as it appears to refer to calendar dates or something like that. So it's it's if you're trying to read it one rune after another, it's absolute nonsense. If you look at the relationship between the runes, they appear to describe some different conditions.
Could I make... Is it Dwarven stonework?
Well, we're looking at this while you were searching around for your dirty socks.
Oh, sorry.
So,
Yeah.
well
You
give
took
it
so
a
long.
second.
Me and Pontos showed up.
Well, yeah, you and Pontos showed up. That's fine.
We always show up.
Yeah, like a bad penny.
Deep is behind us somewhere, yeah.
Right. Okay, well, I'm gonna just have a look at this because this looks intriguing. Right, I'm gonna do an Arcana check on this to see if I can sort of ascertain if the different phases or anything like that have some interaction with this.
So, I'm just checking one thing very quickly. Excuse me. What languages does Kararuk speak? I can only see 2, but I thought he had more than one. More than 2. Oh, hold on. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you've got 3 languages. Okay, that's fine. For some reason I thought you spoke Undercommon as well, but it isn't Undercommon. So Char has a look as well. Char, I don't know. Char's quite a logical and intelligent chap.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Possibly Arcana. Yeah, just trying to because something like this, it just strikes me as it could be mystical, unless you want me to roll for anything else. I'm trying to play.
Arcana's fine. Have a go at Arcana.
No, it's odd.
The deeper mysteries are not revealed, but you do feel like the rotating sections must somehow relate to, I don't know, but perhaps the runes beneath are instructions. Perhaps they are. I don't know. It is difficult to make sense of.
I'm doing this without being able to understand these runes, Kararuk. I'm trying to navigate this blind here. Do you have any idea what these runes are relating to?
Yeah, so these sort of top on the rings, it's talking about night and day and whatnot, and it's talking about weather and dates on the subsequent rings underneath. But that's it. The actual runes on the plinth, I'm not really getting a lot from.
Yeah, right.
But this top piece is moving. Shall we? You know, it's the middle of the day. Shall we see what happens if we?
Yeah. Okay. Well, if he's going to play, especially while he's got comprehend language up, is it all right if I give him an assist or aid, whatever you want to call it, so he has advantage on his next skill check? Because sort of. Because at least where you can read the runes, you might be able to. Yeah, relay bits back, and I might be able to figure bits. So if I give you the aid, you have advantage on your next check.
Okay, let's do that.
So what is your approach? What are you trying to do?
So Char is putting his hands on me. He's trying to, hopefully in a nice place, not too nice, on my shoulders or whatever, trying to give me some inspiration or aid or whatever. As my hands go back onto the plinth. Because obviously we've got, the top of it, we've got, north, south, bright, dark, whatever. But the plinth is still a bit of a mystery. So Char is using aid on me, so I can try comprehend languages again at advantage.
Oh,
well, you've already got comprehend language up. It's more if you're doing any of your tests, whether it's investigation, arcana, whatever. But you'll have advantage on this. Basically, where you're relaying what you're telling me, and I sort of we're bouncing ideas off each other. So hopefully that gives you the advantage.
Okay, no, that's good. So try investigation or insight even. Would insight be a good one?
I don't really think that's what insight is for. But
what about stealth?
Well, stealth is bound to work. I mean, you can roll for stealth if you like. If you roll more than 25, then Borin and Char just will probably swallow their tongues in shock because you'll suddenly vanish from their presence. I don't know. It's not necessarily a mystery you need to immediately solve, but let's let the dwarves have a look too. I'm going to immediately tell you that these are. They are, or at least appear to be, runes in the Dwarven language. To Borin, they appear to be archaic. To Deep, they appear to be specific, because the Deep is intimately familiar with the ancestry of these lands. So, although Borin is also a dwarf, he is a dwarf from somewhere else.
Okay. In what way are they specific?
Well, they appear to relate. Well, time of day and all that sort of thing is something anyone could understand, but the calendar dates appear to relate to House Pentagon. So one of them you notice is I don't know, the birth date of some some founding member of the clan, and things like that. There are things there that a pentagon would recognise that other dwarves would not.
Can I do my check?
I heard can I and check, but I missed the bit in the middle.
Can I use my stone learning to make a history check with advantage because this is stonework?
Let's see.
And it's dwarven related.
Whenever you make an intelligence history check related to the origin of stonework. Okay. You're considered proficient in the history skill and add double your proficiency bonus. So, I mean, you can specifically use your stone cutting skill in conjunction with your history skill to try and deduce the origin of the stonework. I am not sure what that will tell you, but you can definitely give me a roll.
This doesn't have my proficiency or double proficiency. This is just a stat, I believe.
Proficiency at the moment is 3, so that'd be up to 6.
Yeah. So
Then whatever your history
Yeah.
is.
yeah, if you can give us a flat d20 and add 6 if you like, or oh hello. So yeah, that is 26. Okay, so
That'd be
so Borin Colford is a consummate expert when it comes to the mining of stone, the uses of stone. He has dug more stone out of the ground for carving things in it than almost any dwarf you guys have ever met. And he could probably tell you to within about 10 or 15 miles exactly which granite mine this came out of, or granite quarry this came out of, and he might even be able to tell you what kind of tools were used to carve the runes. It's a beautiful piece of granite.
So, my thinking is, would this tell us, like, where the moon was in the sky on each of these significant dates?
Well, let me think. So we have weather conditions, we have dates, we have time of day, and on the top we have the sun and the moon. So somebody who had a good understanding of the family mythology of House Pentagon. This is kind of a culmination of the knowledge you have here. Somebody with a good understanding of House Pentagon could set the sun and the moon in the right position. And I said there were 3 rotating parts, didn't I? And if they knew what they were doing, they could probably set the top of it correctly to correspond with the dates at the bottom.
Okay.
What that might do is not immediately apparent.
Okay. Well, I assume it'll trigger a battle, but I'm going to do it anyway.
So, well... Can you give me... this is going to have to be some kind of... I hope Michael comes back soon, because... everyone's in the wrong boxes on the OBS overlay. Let's see. What we want is an intelligence-based check to, or a wisdom-based check to recall the relevant details. So,
So, straight wisdom roll.
Let me have a very quick look. I think probably, I mean, you have stone cunning as well, so you can give me a history roll with double proficiency.
How about insight or perception?
Well, when you have stone cunning, history is treated as if you are doubly proficient.
Yeah, so you get to add 6 to this, plus whatever your intelligence stat is.
Oh yeah, Michael would actually he would still have got 26 because. But yeah, okay, yeah. So give us a history roll, and we will, or roll a d20.
Okay. Boom. 14.
14. Okay. So you feel like you're, kind of getting to grips with this. You feel like you're getting a good idea how this piece of technology works. You turn the sun and the moon a bit to try and relate to the dates, but there's something missing. You realise that although you know the significant dates and you know sun and moon cycles, you would need to know what time of day and what the weather was like on the day that this significant event happened. And so only someone who was either there or who had access to the diaries of the rulers of House Pentagon would actually be able to set this thing with the level of precision required to trigger the thing. It appears to cause something to open. That is what you're able to ascertain. So Deep knows how it works, but he does not know what the weather was like on the day the founder of House Pentagon was born. But if he had a history book about House Pentagon, or if he had the annals of his own family at his fingertips, he would probably be able to do it.
This is an incredibly specific and complex lock or code or cipher here, Deep. Whatever this is relating to is very well protected.
What did I just miss?
They've worked out how it works, but they've realised they do not yet have the requisite detail to set it to do what it does.
What is it? What's it?
So basically, it's
what
a
you can
safe.
do is listen on when it's out on YouTube.
So with this sort of safe stroke lock, can I try and use my roguish thieving abilities and try and pick it, or
Pick it? Ooh, okay, well,
try and open it?
I will let you try.
As
but
much as you are skilled, Calric, but Dwarven locks are renowned, even in the City of Brass, for their durability and robustness.
Yeah, what's the worst that can happen? Let's give it a go.
Okay,
Do
so
you have like a rough idea when your dad was born, and then we can just like start going from there?
it's not just the date that's important. That may be the bit that you missed, but if you remember, there's rings of runes on the column beneath the plinth, which relate to what was it? Weather and I said two things, didn't I?
Weather and like sun and moon positions and things.
Yeah, so the top is the relative position of the sun and moon. One is time of day, and other is weather conditions. So it's obviously it is a combination lock, and you would need to set it for an intensely specific setting.
Damn it, Deep! How do you not know your dad's birthday?
He knows his dad's birthday, but it's his great granddad's birthday, and what the weather was doing, and what time of day he was born. You know, the kind of detail that would only be kept in a very wealthy family's kind of diaries, if you like.
The records, yeah.
So it's a treasure trove we've got to come back to after we've gone the mountain. Okay.
Yeah, so can I use my thieves' tools or anything to try and see what I can do with this first?
You can try. So are you going to immediately get the lockpicks out and start fiddling?
No, I'm going to check for traps first.
Damn it!
I think we should leave it. If we need a specific information, we shouldn't risk breaking it and not getting in.
No, we've been here for like quite a while. Let's give it a try. So check for traps
Sorry,
first.
Borin. What was that, mate?
We should. Yeah, there's a difference between an old wooden coffin and an ancient combination lock. That difference between which one's gonna break. One not the break. May I point out, Michael was right. I thought there was a vampire or dead thing creature in that coffin, and I was right. I'm sorry that a natural 20 didn't get through a 1-inch piece of old wood.
You smashed it to bits. You've absolutely destroyed the thing you were aiming for, which was the lid.
I wanted to go straight in through the entire thing.
Okay.
Anyway,
I'm going to try and open this thing.
right, give us your roll. Give us your roll.
So what am I doing first? What am I looking for?
If you're checking for traps, it's either got to be. Usually, you check for traps using perception, don't you? So
sometimes it's stealth, is it not?
No. I mean, I appreciate the effort.
Sorry. Let me make sure I've got advantage off. Sorry.
It's fine. We take the one on the left. It's all good. So. Dun, dun, dun. He rolls a 15. That's not bad. Okay.
I'm speaking to Deep and Dwarven.
It is most definitely trapped.
Oh.
Kara, why don't we move on? I'm just worried. I don't want one of my family heirlooms to be responsible for my friend's death.
Oh, very good.
We know there's a trap there. Can I try and disarm it? I like living on the edge. We've been here quite a while. We're not going to stand here and just look at it. We've got to try something.
Okay, well, give me an investigation roll.
Sure.
And we will see how well you comprehend the kind of trap that is in front of you. Okay. Okay, the thought occurs to you that this trap is incredibly sophisticated and may destroy the mechanism altogether, as well as potentially causing some serious harm to anybody standing nearby at the time.
Don't touch it. Don't touch the mechanism.
All right, I'll move away then. Let's move on. Wasted so much time at this little sundial arguing.
Yeah.
Let's just move. I don't want to destroy everyone.
So hang on, has someone taken note of what information we need to get? We need to get his great.
If we find their journals, we can try different combinations for different key events.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely something for the future, but I'm not going to make you guys remember. Basically, it. If you had some history books from House Pentagon, you could, and somebody from House Pentagon who understood the references, you could look up the relevant date and set this thing to the correct position, and then you would not end up doing horrible things to anybody standing next to it.
Okay. Well.
All right. Are we done with the ruins?
Yeah, I'd just like to point out that the dwarf work is way older than this piece of garbage, and it's still in one piece. And I'm pointing to the ruins.
So, all right. Who's inside?
Well, I've just joined Char, and I think Deep is in here as well.
Yeah,
now.
I'm inside as well.
Karuk.
Okay.
Char and Karuk and myself are now inside.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh,
so
God,
I'm going to get Rook to give me a perception check.
No worries. So far, the quick way to do this is if I click skill. Is that right?
Say it again.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Oh God, has it moved?
Has what moved?
I knew I should have decapitated it.
Okay,
I-
Kararuk notices that the door that you came in through, this one, doesn't look quite the same as when you entered. Before it was
Oh, no.
before it was a slightly splintered oaken door, and now
Oh,
I start heading the other way. I'll
it
just
looks like this.
oh.
Excellent.
Why?
So
Why?
let's
Why, Tia? Why?
I come back. I'm following you, and like I come back through. Yeah, Pontos, you don't want to go that way. That door's back again. I am going to go around the church, and I am not going anywhere near that.
Through the door.
Am I the only one that likes Tia? Come on.
You want to one who
Everyone
likes-
It's,
that do that.
I like
I'm going
Tia.
to get
It's
off this
just,
tap. I'm going to get off
it's
this
just,
knife.
it's just her timing is impeccable at times.
Yeah.
But oh well, if she wants to have a chat, let us be sociable. She has helped us in the past.
No.
Yes.
There's no us in this. There's no us in this. You have a chat with her. I'm trying to leave.
I'm saying, come on, lads, let's
Yeah, it's nice to see
once
the
more
dwarves.
into the breach.
It's nice to see the dwarves have got some backbone.
This woman is crazy. She snogged the pig. Look, Bacon doesn't want to be here.
I'm
Come
going to
on.
open the door. Let's open the door.
Okay.
Go on, let's go through.
So is Borin really not going with you?
I'll stay here with Bacon.
Okay.
I'm going in.
Yeah.
So
Let me in.
yeah, the door opens, and those that stand before it are drawn through it as if by magic. For magic it surely is. Is
Not
Pontos
risking my
going? Is
single
Pontos
soul.
going?
Yeah, I want to go in, but I can't. How do I get in?
I tell you what, I will.
See, he's too big. Bacon is too big to fit through the door. Okay.
There we go. Oh. Okay.
Oh shit, my bad. Sorry.
So
Like I'm absolutely
Take it away.
sighing with him. And just like, oh, fine. Yep. Here we go. Can you
So-
snap job woman?
suddenly you are drawn into a strange and disturbing interstellar space where up is down and down is up, and
Where the hell am I?
well, I thought you didn't want to go. Do you want to go after all?
Yeah, I did say I heavily sighed and just said, "Oh, for God, let's get this over with."
Okay, I shall drag in Bacon and Borin. Here we go. You find yourself standing on a stone platform floating in an interstellar void. Standing before you is an old friend.
For God's sake.
This is Tyr the succubus, who is a sometime friend of yours. She looks very pleased to see you. She claps her hands in girlish delight and says, "Hello. How are you all? It's been a while. How long has it been?"
Ah, Tia. It's not been too long. How have you been?
Hello.
Do you miss us
hello.
that much?
Oh, come and give me a kiss.
No.
Maybe later.
Oh.
Not right now.
It has been a few weeks since we've last seen you, Tia.
Only weeks, truly. Oh,
I hope you are well in your own endeavours.
I got a promotion.
Oh, is it because of the work that we did for you?
Well, little bit. Yeah. They said that my work shows promise. I think I think I could do even better. I thought I would say hello and drop in and well, or at least bring you to see me.
Okay, last time I was here, I learned her AC was lower than mine. Can I find out whether or not her HP is higher, lower, or even than mine?
Okay. How long do you have to? You have to spend a minute observing her. Okay, I'll let you have that.
Remember.
She has more hit points than you.
Ah, damn it.
So how's it going to you?
Oh, it's been pretty.
What's
It's
this
been pretty
visit
good.
for?
Well, I don't know. I just like hanging out with you guys. You know.
And it is always nice to see you as well, Tia. But no, I don't wish to cause any offence, but we are in the middle of something at the moment. So, unless we can be of any immediate assistance, could you send us back for now?
I'm a little disappointed, Char.
I mean no offence. I mean no offence. It's just we are trying to help our good friend here with something, and
Well, no offence taken, darling. It's okay, but
yes,
I was just I don't know. I just thought maybe we could catch up. Well, I
yes,
wonder what you were
certainly,
doing. It took me a little while to find you. That's all.
Yeah, we have travelled a little bit further north than when we last met. I must admit, it's unusual territory for myself. I don't particularly like it. It's a bit too cold.
Yeah, you guys smell a bit too. What have you been doing?
I'm just ignoring her and kicking rocks off the edge of this into the abyss. I'm just like, oh god, I don't want to be here.
Well, the first rock you kick, kind of does a 180 in the air and flies back in the opposite direction, over your head, not into your head. The second one you kick kind of shoots off at a strange oblique angle, up, what seems to be upwards. The laws of time and space and gravity seem to be completely warped here.
Oh my god, I even hate this place.
So what exactly is your promotion now then?
Oh well, I'm not sure if I can really render it in a way that you can understand. It's I can try. I mean, we don't really have. Well, I'm
assuming like
higher
many things.
I'm higher than I was before, but we don't like to use formal ranks.
I understand. You have more expectations and more goals now, I assume, like many of us.
Oh yes, and well, I mean, when the time comes, I'm hoping that I'll have some of you with me. It's going to be, it'll be lovely to have my friends with me when we lay waste to reality and well, one day, one thing at a time. We've got centuries to ponder those mysteries, but anyway, I just wanted to say hello.
Yes, and like I said, it is always nice to see you, and it is good to hear that you are doing well in the abyss with your lords.
I'm just going to butt in. So Tia, since we helped you get promotion, does that mean you owe us a favour?
Well, I mean, I always like to help a friend. What can I do for you?
Go.
Well, we're not 100% sure yet, but we found a sort of moon dial that relates to Deep's great grandfather.
Oh.
I wonder if you could tell us any details about that.
Oh, well, I'm not really very wise in the ways of time travel. It sounds very exciting, though. I mean, what does it do?
Well, we don't really know. It's some sort of devious dwarven lock that baffles us, and to be honest, I don't think you could do it either.
Oh, well, that's a bit mean. I mean,
Don't tell
you may
her
be
about
right.
this.
You may
Stop
be
it.
right. Do you know what's inside?
No,
Is it
stop talking
is it
about
something? Is it something powerful?
Stop talking about it, you idiot.
We've no idea, but we'd like to find out. And you know, I think you owe us one now.
Tell you what, if I ever find some fancy elfin thing, I'm telling her so she can nick it.
It's like, oh, I don't need to nick your stuff. You're my friends.
Then
You
stop
know,
asking
when-
about it, you
But Borin, I can assure you, from my knowledge of our good friend Tyr here, she's not overly interested in arcane items. She's more interested in the spiritual improvement of things, I think is a nice way to phrase it.
Oh, that sounds lovely. It's far less sinister than the reality.
Yes. I'm trying to build some bridges here with our friend Borin, who's a little bit
Dim?
wary of you.
Dim.
Oh, Borin, what can I do? What can I do to be a better friend to you, Borin?
leave me the hell alone.
Oh, anything but that, surely.
I know that her timing can sometimes be awkward, and this realm of hers is a little bit confusing, but she has helped Rook find clues to her sister, and she did assist me in carrying out the will of my master in the City of Brass. So she has always backed her word up with us. Though we always have to be careful, because there can be a price if we're not careful. And
The price meaning our internal souls.
mhm.
Well, I mean, what else are you going to do with them?
Keep them, thank you very much.
Well,
I
you can't keep it forever.
Like a
think
Italian
I think the time of debate about that could be left to another time. I think.
Oh, all right, very well.
But
You want to go home, do you?
if there's anything more immediate we can assist you with, by all means, we can always try and help a friend if you need it.
Well, I mean, if I think of anything specific, you'll be the first to know. Believe me. And well, I just wanted to let you know that I'm thinking of you, and if there's something you need, just call my name, and
Yes,
and then look for my door.
we certainly will, Tyr. And like I said, you do have my thanks for what you did for me in the City of Brass. So, you always have a special place with me.
Oh, you'll enjoy this.
Mm-hmm.
And she holds the palm of her hand up, and what there looks like there is a flame in the palm of her hand, but you look more closely and see that it is in fact your master's rival. She says, "Look what I got."
You managed to swipe that, did you?
Well,
Did-
when you killed him
survive
with my
on the stairs
dagger,
again?
he came straight to me.
No wonder your lord must be impressed. He is quite a powerful individual. So
I know. I'm sure I'll find some use for him.
So-
She closes her hand, and the flame kind of goes out.
So, Tyr, because we killed that Genasi person lord with your dagger, and you got the benefit of that. If you give me
a
that
fruity
dagger,
lord.
yeah. If you give me that dagger, I'm sure we can send more your way.
Oh, well, I mean, you You and Chew Bacon gave me a kiss to borrow it before. What will you give me this time?
Oh God, not again.
I'm not involved in this.
Yeah, I barely survived last time, but if you give me your dagger, you will get any souls that dagger takes.
Well, I'll give it some thought.
Or what about, because that dagger of yours was very powerful. Is there a way of potentially having that siphoning ability associated to one of Kalrook's existing blades? So for he can collect souls for you, and we collect a favour in return going forward.
That's interesting.
It's just something you could ponder as you carry about your other duties. I'm sure it's not without outside of your capabilities, dear Tia.
Well, that was a rather specific circumstance, but I'm sure we can do something. I tell you what, has Porin, have you killed anything alive with your axes yet?
No, nothing yet.
Oh, well, I mean, what are you doing with them? Picking your toenails? I mean, what are they for?
Listen, I just decapitated what effectively was an automaton vampire. There's not lack of trying. There just doesn't seem to be anything living around here that wants to kill.
Oh well. Anyway, I look forward. I look forward to that. That'll be fun.
I want to know where my hand axe is now.
I have an interesting contraption here, and I'll take out the machinery I got from the vampire and say, you can keep this and study it if Rook can have the dagger to use while you're studying it.
Oh, it reeks of death. It's hideous. What does it do?
That's half the fun. You get to find that out on your own.
Oh, I'm so very curious. But you won't be able to unravel its mysteries if you give it to me.
Well, we have two.
Oh.
Do we?
I thought the other one got smashed.
We talked about it, but I don't think they did it.
I poked it.
Well.
Tell you what, there's a mint condition one back where we came from. You have that one for it. It's even got the skin on.
But I'd have to go and get it. You know, this whole manifesting on the material plane thing. It's so tiresome. I tell you what. I'm quite intrigued by that swap. I really want to know what this thing does. Oh, how do you put it on? Do you swallow it? Do you just put it on your skin? How do you make it work? Do you know?
You put it together and then you put skin on it. Why am I talking to this woman?
Oh God!
Put skin on it.
Why don't you play around with it and see what you can make it do? It's got a lot of potential.
Oh, well, okay.
We found it in some creatures that it seemed to give them unlife and
automatons.
Unlife. Oh, all right then. Well, I feel minded to do this. I hope this isn't a bad choice. Okay. Here you go, Kararuk. Here's the ice dagger. If you want to trade back, then you let me know. But in the meantime, I'll take a look.
Okay, I'll hand her the contraption.
Okay, she kind of takes it in her hands and starts looking at it. And then she starts to look a bit worried. And then it starts trying to assimilate her.
Oh.
Go, Bettina, go! Assimilate.
And then she starts screaming.
No.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And then
No.
and then the device starts entering her demonic flesh.
Yeah. Die.
Poor girl.
The place you're in starts to warp and move.
Oh God, no! Door! Give us a door, you crazy!
You begin to see little metal lines growing in her flesh. It looks.
Can I try and do a precise Eldritch blast? Or no, sorry. So that I'm going to reach into my holster and my wand holster, pull out my wand of magic missiles, and I'm going to spend 4 charges on this and try and put all of those into the mechanical heart.
Okay, so you raise the wand. The screaming reaches a terrifying crescendo, which ends in mechanistic distortion. But as you hear that echo away, you find yourself standing back where you were.
Oh God, we just created the Borg.
Deep, what have you done that could... If you saw what those devices did to a remains of a human, what the amount of damage that they withstood was more than what a mere human should be able to take. If you've now given that plus the insanity to a creature such as Tyr, the gods only know what you may have created.
Yeah, well, we did resolve to study it, and now we know what it can do.
I'm taking the other bits. I'm starting taking apart the other one. Just in case she gets through the covers, I now have something else to throw at her.
Are you doing
Yeah.
Are you doing it with your bare hands?
No.
You know what? Get a hammer, smash it to bits. I think we know what it does, and if one of us touches it at an inopportune moment, it will envelop us. So
Okay, I just start pushing a bit over to one of these deceased corpses, and then poke a bit it to make contact with the skeleton. Does it do anything?
It looks like it's trying to.
A few bit more pieces.
I'm at this point. If I see you do that, I'm going to reach over with a mage hand and just try and pull that away from the skeleton.
I'm just caressing my new blade and say, I think we need to get to the bottom of this. Deep, your realm is crazy, my friend. This is a really messed up realm. What happened to your kingdom?
Well, let that dagger burn this with how you use that dagger.
Yeah, well, that dagger could also mean she has a way to find us.
Oh God.
Yeah, wow.
Right, so effectively the gnomes potentially have created an AI which now goes out and assimilates everyone. Gnomes have just created the Borg.
Yeah.
I think we need to go to them, find the head of the heart of this and cut it out.
Yeah, with my mage hand, I'm just going to try and put this in a pouch on its own in my bag, just to try and keep it separated.
Guys, we need to find out if this has got any weaknesses that we can take advantage of. So take a bit apart and dip it in some water, see if that does anything. There's or a bit of a flask on it.
We'll study it in depth soon. There's spells we can use. So why don't we go to a town and hope for the best?
So you
It's
want
crazy. You might have destroyed hell. Like, we found an object so evil that it's going to infect all the demons.
Well,
Well, it's only one object. We don't know if it moves some things.
Ken's express.
you Tyr, while she is powerful in what we have seen, based on the devils that I saw when I was living in the city of Brass, there are many more powerful beings out there, whether they could resist it or tell us, protect me if this happens. If that thing then takes over one of those beings, there are creatures in the nine hells that have that command legions of others, and I'm from what I've heard, in the abyss there are the same. If that moves from Tyr to one of those and moves up the ranks, it could be controlling an army of devils. Even if it doesn't assimilate them, it still could command them. We need to.
But remember,
where was this in The Hobbit? I never heard of this in The Hobbit.
Exactly.
so while this thing's in its sack, I'm going to poke it with my new blade and then my coffin nails just to see. I'll try my coffin nails first. I'm just going
We probably
you're trying the coffin nails on the
on the metal thing. Yeah.
So these appear to be kind of self-repairing and self-moving clockwork parts.
Oh God! Don't tell me they adapt.
Well, who can say? But you poke one with the cursed coffin nail, and it doesn't seem to do anything. The cursed coffin nail seems to need living flesh to do its work.
As I said earlier, we need knowledge is power here. We have seen by meddling without knowledge what has happened to Tyr. We need to be quick. We need to find the answers to this to possibly prevent.
You can't take this thing into a potentially a densely populated area.
Have you got a box or something we can put this in?
Is part of that coffin? Can we reconstruct that into a box?
Well, you did find a box with a load of copper and silver in earlier, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was me. Yeah, okay. Is it big enough to put all the bits in?
Well,
I'm gonna say for narrative purposes it is.
Narrative porpoises.
Narrative purposes. You know when you make a phone call, and they say this call might be recorded for training purposes. It's much like that.
They're a bit like dolphins.
Yeah. So for narrative purposes, the box is big enough.
Okay, I will adjust.
I'll do it with my mage hand, so there's no contacts.
Okay, I will adjust my inventory to say poor box with potentially the end of the world inside.
Yep.
Yes.
Box with clockwork Watsits in it.
Grey goo Armageddon.
Yeah, has the bottom of this box got the word Pandora carved in it or something? Yeah.
Box with Borg inside.
But we need to get some answers. We poking it with your hammer in this ruined shrine. We don't have the equipment or the understanding to be able to deal with this. We need to find the creators and find out what we can do to reverse or stop this.
Yeah, why don't I get in touch with my church? And it's also possible the answer to stopping this machine lies in Mount Pentagon.
Mhm.
God, we
Perhaps we only need to go forward.
I think we need to start making our way there then, because I want to stab something with my new blade.
Okay, well, let us get moving. And Borin, I trust you with that box. Please keep that safe.
Yeah. Who wants to hold it? Does anyone want to hold potentially the end of the world?
Take it.
Oh, I've
Nah,
not opened
I've got it for now. I just like, thank God.
Can we put it into Charles' little magic house?
I don't want to let lose any sight of this if it touches anything that is potentially like.
I've got the box. It's fine.
Okay,
Let's move on to the next village, then, I guess.
so if you want to change your inventory to say a box with Borg parts in it, I will take it off my one.
Yeah, steampunk Borg.
Steampunk Borg.
That's pretty cool.
So you decide to forego returning to the town of Casilva. You feel like you've done enough damage. Another town lies before you, some miles away, and so you set out. And when you arrive, oh, hold on, I'm on the wrong page. Here we go. When you arrive, or at least your journey to the next place, will be our next session. So you have apparently only 30 feet to cover. I think probably I need to fix the scale on this map. But
more likely 30 miles.
More likely 30 miles. So next week we can continue the story. Unless, of course, you would like to do some seasonal silliness, which is entirely up to you. We can do our last session of the year as some kind of crazy Christmas adventure, one shot, in which, if you want, you can even have completely different characters, or you can have a story with no consequences to the current campaign, or we can carry on with the current campaign. It's entirely up to you. I leave that choice up to you. So, what do you reckon?
Keep going, because this just got really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I'm tempted for a battle royale when we get to level 10, though.
Oh well,
yeah,
that could take a little while, but yeah, we can have a battle royale at level 10.
Why are you saying that? I'll kick your ass.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, but it's all against all.
I'll kick all your asses. It's fine. But why did you give Tyr that heart? Oh my god! What have we created?
I was trying to get my friend his dagger back.
I told you not
you,
to go through that door. Next time that door shows up, we really shouldn't go anywhere near it until we know how to destroy things.
If they ask us, are we gods? We say yes.
I quite like Tia. I think Tia's cool.
Yeah, like I said, I was trying to work for the middle ground rather than necessarily go for the big dagger. Going, can we just put some of that soul-absorbing bit into your weapons and get a favour in our pocket from Tyr later?
Yeah, it's all worked out well because I've got a cool dagger now, and we've got
that she can track us with. She can track us with that.
Yeah.
Do you know that though? Do you know that?
Well, the fact the moment we finished the job, she was over there, and there's the door, in you come, can I have my dagger back, please, boys?
Well, we could chuck the dagger into the mines of Fandelver and let those folks deal with it.
Let them all kill themselves.
Yeah, this is not the ball. We've created the Cybermen army. This is not the ball. This is, my good God.
We just did a demon worse.
What was the band? What was the group's name called again? The Red...
Flaming Dirks.
Wait.
The Crimson Dirks. I
Crimson.
think.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'll blow it up. There we go. The Crimson Dirks.
Yeah, that's it.
That's not big enough, but.
But I have to admit, I'm completely curious if this is what you were planning for, or if I'm just throwing a massive wrench into the work. You shouldn't tell me, but I.
I'm not going to tell you. No.
DMs can sit there with a grin on their face, going, "Excellent, you did exactly what I needed." And then the moment we all sign out, he's going to be there going, "Right, let's rewrite all of this, all of that. I'm not going to now use. We've got this." But the DM behind the screen keeps it all straight, all calm. Underneath, the swan is padding like hell. It is, as a DM, it is the perpetual swan.
I can't believe we've just the nuclear item is just gone. And you wanted to talk to it.
I like Tia.
Yeah,
she hadn't done us any harm yet, has she?
But she's a demon from the abyss. If that goes into some of the levels of the abyss and can get absorbed by the demons down there. Oh, let's just put that assimilated heart into Demigorgon. Oh, that's going to be fun.
As the realms collapse in on themselves from that, my last line is going to say, "I told you not to go through that damn door."
Sorry, John, was that you laughing at that? At the idea of giving that to Demigorgon?
Oh, yeah, and this could go on and on.
Oh my! No, I'm going to go off and eat ice cream and cry now.
We just need to get to the centre of this mountain.
Yeah.
Let's go whatever's there.
If we can clear out this mine with all the aluminium there, can we make tinfoil hats out of it to protect ourselves?
Yep, definitely. Yep. Tinfoil hats protect against steampunk assimilation.
Yeah,
it's well known.
Yeah.
Well known.
Well known fact.
Right. Okay.
I hope you enjoyed the session. I think this is probably time to call it. Assuming that the audio actually recorded this time, I will upload this to my YouTube channel, and you will be able to watch it back if you want to.
No worries.
I don't think it needs editing, not very much. I don't think we faff too much, so I will upload it as it is. Sorry?
May I make a suggestion? Like at the end of each session, we should have some like awards, like MVP, skill steal, like some biggest goofs and biggest blunders and.
What's the biggest goof of tonight, Deep?
I'll have a think. Suggest some awards. You already have some, so you have the kill steal. We've got a rosette from before, don't we?
Yeah, we've got a couple.
Track of them. We could keep track of how many awards each person has.
Well, if think of as many awards as you possibly can, drop them all in the chat, the Discord chat, and I will turn them into rosettes and drop them on the screen, the OBS screen, in the next session. So
cool. No worries.
But you know how we have that gravestone site? You can then flip to that and show all the rosettes below each character.
Oh, that's quite exciting.
So you can keep track of who's done kill steals and stuff like that.
Well,
look at me.
I'm gonna need a spreadsheet for this. I
like spreadsheets
though, so that's fine.
I don't know if you're going to have enough real estate on the screen for all those kill steals.
Yeah, no, probably not.
I'm going to now leave here and cry about what we've just brought onto the world. So,
have a good one, guys, and
take it easy.
Bye all.
Have a good evening.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
Bye.